Spurs on the move. Tottenham lineup shock January move for Manchester City star Omar Marmoush as Spurs prepare to strike the moment the window opens. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham are stepping up their pursuit of Omar Marmoush in what is shaping up to be one of the most eye-catching Premier League storylines ahead of the January transfer window. Sources close to the situation indicate Spurs have now firmly identified the Manchester City forward as a priority target, with the club desperate to fix a glaring issue on the left side of their attack. The numbers alone explain why Tottenham believe the door is open. Despite arriving at the Etihad with a strong reputation, Marmoush has been reduced to a peripheral figure under Pep Guardiola, clocking up just 206 Premier League minutes across the entire season. For a player once described internally as world-class potential, that lack of involvement is striking and has not gone unnoticed in North London. Spurs' recruitment team view the 26-year-old Egyptian as an ideal tactical fit. Marmoush offers explosive pace, sharp movement, and the ability to operate both wide on the left and through the middle, versatility Tottenham feel they are sorely lacking. His pedigree is not in doubt. At Eintracht Frankfurt, Marmoush was devastating, delivering 37 goals and 20 assists in just 67 appearances, numbers that convinced City to invest heavily in him. Tottenham believe that player still exists, he simply needs minutes and confidence. Crucially, Tottenham's transfer strategy has shifted. Their pursuit of Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo has cooled dramatically, with Manchester City now leading the race for the Ghana international. That development has only strengthened Spurs' resolve to focus fully on Marmoush, viewing City's interest in Semenyo as a factor that could push Marmoush further down Guardiola's pecking order. Behind the scenes, there is a growing belief that City may be willing to listen under the right conditions. Guardiola values squad depth and is reluctant to weaken his options mid-season, but the congestion of fixtures and Marmoush's frustration at his limited role could force a rethink. Tottenham are well aware that a permanent deal would require a bold proposal, yet there is increasing confidence that a loan with an option to buy could be the breakthrough formula City might accept. That said, Spurs are also weighing up the possibility of going straight in with a full transfer bid if negotiations allow. The club want to move quickly, aware that at least 3 other Premier League sides are monitoring Marmoush's situation closely. January is fast approaching, and Tottenham sense an opportunity. With Semenyo slipping out of reach and Marmoush stuck on the fringes at the Etihad, Spurs believe the timing is perfect to strike. Spurs are quietly laying the groundwork for moves of the upcoming transfer window, with sources indicating that Ajax prodigy Mika Götze has surged right up the club's internal shortlist. The 20-year-old Belgian winger is rapidly becoming one of the most talked-about young attackers in European football. Inside recruitment circles, he is viewed as a rare profile, explosive off the left, fearless in 1v1 situations, and devastating when cutting inside. Comparisons to a young Eden Hazard are now growing louder, not because of hype alone, but due to the way Götze consistently dictates games at senior level despite his age. Götze has enjoyed a stunning breakthrough season in Amsterdam. In just 13 starts, he has delivered 7 goals and 6 assists, becoming a focal point in an Ajax side desperate for attacking spark. His ability to glide past defenders, draw fouls in dangerous areas, and create chaos in the final third has turned him into one of the Eredivisie's standout performers this campaign. Tottenham's interest is no longer passive. Club scouts have been dispatched to watch Götze closely in Ajax's most recent fixtures, with reports suggesting the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. Internally, Spurs see him as a long-term solution to their persistent issues on the left flank, a position that has lacked consistency, invention, and genuine threat. Götze's rise has not gone unnoticed elsewhere. Several Premier League clubs are now monitoring his situation, aware that Ajax's current instability could force difficult decisions. While the Dutch giants are keen to retain one of their crown jewels, financial pressure and sporting uncertainty mean they may struggle to resist serious offers if interest escalates. Tottenham, meanwhile, are actively reassessing their attacking strategy. With frustration growing over stalled pursuits of other wide options, Götze is increasingly viewed as a player who could offer both immediate impact and massive upside. His age, technical ceiling and mentality align perfectly with the profile Spurs are targeting as they attempt to reshape their attacking identity. Tottenham's interest is no longer passive. Club scouts have been dispatched to watch Götze closely in Ajax's most recent fixtures, with reports suggesting the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. Internally, Spurs see him as a long-term solution to their persistent issues on the left flank, a position that has lacked consistency, invention, and genuine threat. Götze's rise has not gone unnoticed elsewhere. Several Premier League clubs are now monitoring his situation, aware that Ajax's current instability could force difficult decisions. While the Dutch giants are keen to retain one of their crown jewels, financial pressure and sporting uncertainty mean they may struggle to resist serious offers if interest escalates. Tottenham, meanwhile, are actively reassessing their attacking strategy. With frustration growing over stalled pursuits of other wide options, Götze is increasingly viewed as a player who could offer both immediate impact and massive upside. Spurs are facing yet another high-stakes internal battle behind the scenes, with mounting tension surrounding the future of Fabio Paratici, and sources are clear on one crucial point. Spurs have no intention whatsoever of allowing their sporting director to walk away to Fiorentina without a fight. Interest from Italy is very real. Fiorentina, currently rock bottom of Serie A despite finally registering their first league win of the season, have identified Paratici as the man they believe can rescue their collapsing project. Reports from Italy suggest the Tuscan club are pushing hard and that Paratici himself is open to the move, intrigued by the idea of returning to his homeland and taking full control of a rebuild. However, Tottenham hold the power. Paratici only signed a new contract in October, and senior figures at Spurs have made it clear that any exit would require significant compensation. There will be no gentleman's agreement, no free pass, and no quiet departure, especially not at such a critical moment. Paratici has already informed Chief Executive Vinay Venkatesham of Fiorentina's interest and warned that a formal approach is expected. At the time of writing, however, no official contact has been made, a mandatory step if Fiorentina want to even begin discussions over releasing him from his deal. This situation cuts deep for Tottenham. The club stood by Paratici during the darkest period of his career, remaining loyal when he stepped down in 2023 following FIFA's global extension of his ban linked to financial misconduct during his Juventus tenure. Even while banned, Paratici continued to work behind the scenes at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in a consultancy role, maintaining influence and trust within the club. When his suspension finally expired, Spurs wasted no time reinstating him as sporting director just 2 months ago, tasking him to work alongside Johan Lange in a dual leadership structure designed to modernise recruitment and sharpen transfer strategy. Losing Paratici now barely weeks into his official return would be chaotic, embarrassing and potentially damaging. The January transfer window is approaching, Tottenham are under pressure to strengthen, and Paratici is widely regarded as their most experienced and influential recruitment figure. His departure at this stage would seriously disrupt planning and raise uncomfortable questions about stability at board level. For Fiorentina, landing Paratici would be a major coup. They are desperate after the abrupt exit of sporting director Daniele Prade last month and need a strong operator to navigate an increasingly toxic situation. For Tottenham, though, this is about authority and ambition. Allowing a key executive to leave for a struggling Serie A side without resistance would send the wrong message, internally and externally. Spurs may be many things, but they are not prepared to be seen as weak. The coming days could prove decisive. Negotiations, if they begin, will be tense. Tottenham are braced, Fiorentina are circling, and Paratici stands at the centre of a power struggle that could shape Spurs' entire January window. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date with everything Tottenham, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Don't forget to drop a like and share this video with other Spurs fans. Together we can keep growing the Tottenham News Today community. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!